Tonight, I want to talk about freedom, and with any word, it's actually an agreement. Many would say that the agreement around the word freedom means I'm not in jail, or I can do or go wherever I please, or I can say whatever I want. But what does freedom really mean? And what have you and I made an agreement to define what freedom is? When I was a child, I was a free human. I didn't think about the past or worry about the future. In a way, I was wild. I did what made me happy. And I liked to run up and down, jump on the bean bags, color, dance around to the music really fast. But then, what was given to me by my parents and older siblings as agreements were transmitted to me. And I can remember my mother used to say, "You need to go to bed now so you'll be ready for school in the morning." Just like her mother said to her when she was a child. And so began my domestication by others around me. And the idea that was planted in me was that I wasn't free anymore. To color, to jump up and down the bean bags, I had to go to bed. Going to bed was freedom. Going to school was freedom. Being on time was freedom. Getting my mother's approval was the ultimate freedom. But deep down inside, even to this day, is the energy or person or even a child that wants real freedom again. In the Four Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz presents that we have lost our freedom and swim in fear. And in fact, the harder we swim in the fear, the stronger our freedom is robbed from us. He presents that within us all, that in the Toltec tradition is a parasite, and its food is our fear and negative emotions. Ultimately, fear can only be somewhere in the future about an assumption that hasn't happened yet, or worst case scenario that never ever happened. Our fear can come from thinking about the past, from some situation where I was hurt, and my fear to not have that happen again. But in fact, by thinking about it again, even though it's in the past, I feel the pain all over again, even things from years and years ago. And so tonight, I realized that I was taught the opposite of freedom. I was taught to live my life for others' approval. And tonight, I want to make an agreement to break the old agreement that fear has any value in my life. And know that when I think into fear about the future or past, I am feeding the parasite that lives off these old agreements. I'm ready to break free, to break out, to break through into ultimately the endless possibilities found as I walk through the fog and illusion of fear. There is a place there. Will you meet me there? We'll dance very quickly to the music and jump up and down on the bean bags like we did so many years ago when we were free, when we were young, when we were wild.